But guys, as I said before, thank you so much for joining me. As you know, I have some obligations to you right now. And one of those obligations to do a scene by scene breakdown of Alien vs. Predator. A film directed by, I was going to say a well-known, but I'll say infamous. I'll say infamous is covering all the bases. Famous and also, maybe not for the best reasons. Infamous, hence infamous, chat. Paul W.S. Anderson is probably best known for directing a number of the Resident Evil films, live-action Resident Evil films, Mortal Kombat, a lot of other films that people like to varying degrees or dislike to varying degrees. I'm going to tell you right now, chat. As I said at the top, as I've said in past streams, Alien vs. Predator it has a lot of issues, but it's really not that bad. When you look at like the entirety of kind of both franchises, I'll even tell you this: like Alien, you have Alien, Aliens, and those are the two good Alien movies. Everything else is dog shit. And then you have like Alien vs. Predator nestled right next to Aliens and all the dog shit. This is the third best in the franchise, in my opinion. For the Predator series, now Predator, it's weird. I guess Predator technically has, even though I think Alien and Aliens are both better than any film in the Predator franchise, I love the first Predator, and I like Predator 2 and I like Predators. But I guess in terms of just like having decent films, Predator has more than Alien, in terms of quantity, not quality, right? Because this is probably the third best Predator movie in that franchise. Because you have the fourth best. My mistake. My apologies, chat. Because you have Predator, which is number one. I think we can all agree with that. And then Predator 2, Predators, you can kind of swap out. They each have their own issues and things. But I like those movies. Solid matinees, chat. Solid matinees. But then you have Alien vs. Predator, which I have not revealed what my rating would be for that film. You might know it if you watched Sam Ain't Seen Shit back in the day. Sam. Ian and myself reviewed this movie together, so you probably know some of my thoughts on it already. But after Alien vs. Predator, then you have the Predator, Chad, the Predator, which is terrible. That's some old bullshit movie, and so that's why, like, kind of by default, because of how these franchises have stumbled over each other for all these years, Alien vs. Predator is like kind of like one of the good ones. It's bizarre, but for those of you might not know, I saw this in theaters back in the day. It was released to a plethora, chat, of negative reviews. But it was a commercial success, had a budget. A moderate commercial success. Apparently, Fox was hoping for a bigger box office. That's one of the reasons why they lowered it to, instead of having an R rating, which is what Paul W. Anderson actually wanted. He actually, to his credit, he wanted to do an R-rated version of the film, and one exists as the unrated version, which is not that much bloodier. I mean, there's blood in it, but in gore. But compared to what the original version is, it's, not much of a difference. But in any case, it was released, was a moderate success, made $177.4 million worldwide. So, it made back its budget, made back its marketing as well, and it made a nice little profit. And they did greenlight a sequel, Alien vs. Predator Requiem, which is dog shit, chat. It's probably the worst of all the franchises. That is the worst movie among Alien films and Predator films. I think we can all agree to that, all right? I'll fucking put Prometheus and Covenant and the Predator over that. And, like, you guys suck. Like, those films suck, but you're not as bad as that abomination. As that fucking film, chat. And I'll fucking do a review for that movie. I saw it in theaters. I'm like, this is terrible. And it was funny. When I saw that film in 2007, I believe, I saw a friend of mine who loved the Alien Predator films. That was like his obsession. He had all the video games. He had all the box sets. He just loved it. His name was AJ, I believe. And it was so long ago. God, yeah, it was like 13 years ago. Yeah, AJ. And even he, like the biggest Alien fan I know, says he turned to me. He turned to me in the theater and went, "This is terrible. This fucking sucks." And I'm like, yeah, it does. So bad. It's like they basically made a slasher film. It had the same attributes as a run-of-the-mill Friday the 13th. It just throw the Alien, the Predator in there. Some really uncomfortable gore scenes. And even I'm like, all right, that's fucked up. No, thank you. And that's why Alien vs. Predator is leagues better than the sequel. No question about it. Was released, chat. I saw this in theaters back in the day. I rather enjoyed it. Not as much as I did, in 2004. But, as the years pass by, it's like I have a new appreciation for the film because of just the general state of the Alien and Predator franchise as they are. Like, really, chat. I mean, other than you have some of the Alien video games, you have Aliens vs. Predator, which came out about 2010. Really enjoyed that. Played that on stream recently. Played that in February. Had a lot of fun. Oh, Charlie, thank you! Witness, are you good? Alien 3 generally 10, Alien vs. Predator, and Batman vs. Poison. I've never read those. I didn't read those because it was Alien vs. Predator and Batman and Superman. That's the reason why I never read them. I was like, no, thank you. Gonna pass on that. Gonna pass on that. Zodiac, welcome to the stream. Yeah, this is AVP. This is not in the Arctic. This is not AVP Requiem, chat. Let me preference this again. We are reviewing the first Alien. I should have put 2004. Alien vs. Predator, Paul W.S. Anderson, not AVP Requiem by those two goddamn schmucks. Absolutely not. Maybe someday I'll review that one, but not now. Oh, but so here we are, chat. We're gonna get into it. It's the year 2004, and a Wayland / Yutani satellite. They're detecting something over Antarctica, chat. Again, Antarctica, just a place you should not be. It's fucking cold. It's miserable. There's aliens buried underneath the ice. There's fucking ancient pyramids created by aliens underneath the ice. It's like, let's not go to Antarctica. There's a reason why it's so miserable and cold and uninhabitable, okay? Because it'll remain uninhabitable, because everyone there is going to die, okay? So if you detect something there, just like, you know what? Yeah, we'll check on it some other time. We'll do. It's a hard pass for right now, but we'll revisit this in, I don't know, when we're super technology advanced and we can crush any alien species that we possibly can. All right? Let's ignore it for right now. But fucking Wayland Yutani, you know them, chat. So goddamn incompetent, always experimenting on things, exploring things, dealing with things that they absolutely should not. They detect a heat signature in the Antarctic, chat. And all these scientists in Nebraska or South Dakota or somewhere in Middle America, they go, huh, that's weird. Wonder what that's about. They contact good old Charles Wayland, played by Lance Hendrickson, chat, who has been in a number of films, the Alien franchise. You know, I mean, to the point where it's like, I don't care anymore, just pay me. He's that kind of guy. I'll do a voice in a video game, I'll appear in the movie, I don't give a shit, pay me. And he's here as a very old Charles Wayland, chat. He's all excited about this pyramid. Oh! Josh with the $25 donation. Josh, 7th Facade. Here's to you, my friend. May the wings of liberty never lose a feather. You're shaking the pillars of heaven as we speak. Thank you, man. After this review, chat, the scene by scene breakdown, we'll go ahead and do a poll. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate that, my man. Wesley Bowe, welcome to the stream. Maurice, good to see you. So I just saw you there. Hope you're both doing very well on this fine Wednesday evening. So they detected this pyramid structure, chat, and they're like, well, we want to go find it. That's going to be the find of the century. Let's start recruiting all these people. Let's go get an Italian archaeologist. He's exploring some ancient ruins in Mexico. He's not having a lot of luck, chat. Let's go ahead and give him a lot of money so he can come and help us. Let's hire these mercenaries, chat, to protect us in case there's anything crazy. I mean, first of all, if you're excavating, I mean, I get it. It's kind of weird to me. I mean, in hindsight, it was smart that they had the weapons. Maybe not. No, I kind of fuck with them. You know, actually, because you know what? Because they hire mercenaries to come down to the pyramid. It's like, what are you expecting? What are your guns gonna fucking do? You're gonna be attacked by the Guardians, which they actually, you know, in matter of fact, were. But it's weird that you would decide, yeah, let's just bring mercenaries with us. And actually, it was a detriment, chat, because as we all know, if a predator sees you with a weapon, they're gonna fucking stab you in the tum-tum. That's just how it's gonna work. And then they'll rip your fucking spinal cord and skull out when you're still alive. So it was probably a fuck up on their part. Don't hire mercenaries. You could have lived a lot longer. Even when they're shooting at the aliens, they're always missing. Anyway, chat, hires mercenaries, hires an Italian archaeologist, hires a couple, all sorts of other people, various nationality and races, chat. It's a hodgepodge. It's a melting pot of different cultures coming together to discover something horrifying. We can all die together. Yay! Then, chat, we need one last person. We need a guide there. The Antarctic is one of the most isolated and dangerous places in the world, so who do we gotta get? We gotta get Alexa Woods, chat, played by Sana Lathan. I don't know if she's been anything in any other movies since then, but she was in this. She did a decent job. She's doing a very derivative character of a Ripley, if you will, chat. I mean, it's fine. It's competent. You know, it's nothing. None of the characters in this film are to write home about, chat. Like, no one's like, wow, I really like them for their performance. Like, they're reading their lines, they're doing the action scenes, and it's middle of the road. And it's not like there's no one offensively bad in here. There's no like stereotypes, unless you count like the Italian guy, because he's always speaking Italian. No one understands what the fuck he's saying. You got a very, very Scottish man in this, chat. Play the Scottish guy. He's known to play all the Scottish guys in movies, chat. He was in Train Spotting. And he played the sniper who didn't snipe anybody in Wonder Woman. Same actor. It's like, oh, it's that guy. Look at him getting killed by an alien, having the thing come out of his chest. Good for him. Good for him. Been a lot of franchises. Steady working actor. I had always admired that. But chat, they need a guide, and they got to go to good old Alexa. But Alexa, she's busy. She's got a call. She's climbing Mount Everest or something. She's like, I want to be bothered with Weyland-Yutani right now. They're suing my company because we're trying to protect the environment. And Weyland-Yutani's bad. This is bad, Chad. This is the origins of Weyland-Yutani. And even back then, nearly 100+ years, before the events of Alien, they were scumbags. But Alexa's like, I want nothing to do with that. You can't give me all the money in the world. And she's climbing up this goddamn cliff face, chat. She gets to the top, and the guy she's talking on the phone with, he's already there at the helicopter. First of all, how do you not hear that helicopter overhead unless it's got some weird secret alien predator stealth technology? I don't believe so yet because he hasn't discovered that shit. But anyway, he's like, listen, we're going to drop the lawsuit against you and the people, the poor environmentalists and all that. We're going to give you a whole lot of money to keep your business open. Come and join us. Just humor us. Humor Mr. Weyland. Also, chat, fun fact, the person she's talking to is the black guy from Resident Evil. The first Resident Evil, when he got all cubed, when he had like the laser thing come at him, it looked like a goddamn colander, and it went through his body. Same actor. So again, I admire this. Paul W.S. Anderson, he keeps his guys around. He's like, hey, you want to be in a movie? You want to die in a new film? And he also gets kind of cubed in this film too, Chad. It's consistency. It's pretty funny. Anyway, so where are we? Okay, yes. And so everyone, they're all together. They're flying over at the various helicopters, Chad. Introductions are made. Alex, she's talking to the very, very Scottish man. This poor bastard. Chad's like, oh, you are not long for this world. Summer child. He's like, I've never done something like this. It's so exciting. Hey, do you want to see my kids? Look how cute my kids are. I can't wait to see them again. I'm like, oh my God, you might as well be signing your fucking, your goddamn, your death warrant, Chad. Just his will. They're like, I'm going to go ahead and work on my last will and testament. I'm sure I won't need to, but I want to stay ahead of the curve. And he's just fucking signing it, Chad. What an idiot. And she's like, oh, well, don't worry. Now, this is incredibly dangerous, Mr. Scottish man. We're at a point of no return, so we can't turn back. No, we can turn back, but I'm here. I'm Alexa, and I'm here to protect you. If anyone dies in this expedition, it's my fault. And so, chap, they go over to this big ship that's heading towards the pyramid, and they're getting kind of a rundown of the events of what this thing is. What is this pyramid? We have the Italian man. He's saying, well, from what I could see, and what your visual, because they do like an X-ray of the pyramid, and it's like filled with hundreds of rooms and shit, various chambers. And he notices, well, according to the architecture, I can see that your scans have done. It features Egyptian, Cambodian, and Aztec architecture. And it's my theory that this may be perhaps the first pyramid ever created. Fuck Imhotep, right? It's like Imhotep never gets a fucking break, chat. He was a renowned physician, architect, and we respect the leader in Egypt. It's like, no, you will forever be known as the guy from the Mummy, and you were second best when it came to making the pyramid. It's like, Jesus, the guy can't get a break. Anyway, Jeff. And so, Italian guy, he's saying all this stuff, and Mr. Wayland, Big Dick Charles Weyland walks out, Chad, and he's not looking good. He's not looking hot. He's hobbling. He can't breathe very well, but he's excited about this. He's like, yep, my scientists detected this overhead. I believe they said the exact same thing, and this features various architectures from civilization. I believe that this is indeed the first pyramid ever created by a civilization. We're going to get there before anyone else does, so let's head on over. But here's the thing, chat, because Alexa, she's asking, okay, well, a lot of you guys haven't had the proper, has anyone had proper training? Like, no one raises their goddamn hand. They gotta dig deep into the ice, chat. They gotta do a huge fucking tunnel. And she says, well, if we're gonna go down there at a 30 goddamn degree angle, you're gonna need all proper training, at least the minimum 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks. And Charles like, nope, it's starting tonight. We're gonna do it tonight. And she's like, that is incredibly unsafe. I want nothing to do with this. And she did the smart thing, chat. She did the smart thing. She goes ahead, she leaves, I'm done. I'm taking the first helicopter out of here at dawn. See you later, you schmucks. And she walks out, chat. Peter Whalen's like, Charles Wayne's like, God damn it. Well, we'll just go with the second best, chat. And he finds some schmuck who's not the second best. He's the one who's like, I'll take the money, sure. And so Alexa, she goes out and she's watching the lights in the sky, the arboreal light. I think they're arboreal lights or something. And then we got the Scottish guy coming out. We got the Italian guy coming out. A couple other people, and they're like, "Listen, oh yeah, okay." Because then Alex finds out. Oh no. So they come out and they're asking all those questions. It's like, we would really actually appreciate you being there. You obviously know your stuff. Why don't you go talk to Whalen? At least confirm with him like the guy that he has. Just kind of to placate us, because now we're getting nervous. We're getting like cold feet here. She's like, all right, I'll do that for you. She goes and talks to Charles Whalen, chat, and Charles Whalen's like, yeah, I got this guy. We're just gonna do it. She says like he has literally no experience. You're gonna get people killed. And he's like, listen, I need to do this. I'm not long for this world. We're going to do this. It's like, hey, if you want to help us, you want to make sure people are staying alive, stick with us. She's like, fuck, fine. And so she goes ahead and sticks with him, chat. And they get to the place where they're going to start to dig down into the ice to get to the temple. And they come upon this abandoned whaling station where they used to gut the whales' tum-tums, and they take the bone, the whale oil, and everything like that. And, Alexa, she apparently read the script because she starts listening to all the exposition and like, oh, yeah, apparently in 1904, every single man here vanished without a trace. No one knows what happened. It's weird. Probably a little ominous that we're actually here. Also, chat, before that, you see the Predator ship in space. The Predator ship is like, all right, well, that's the fucking pyramid. Let's shoot at it. Boop, they shoot at it, chat. Creates a whole goddamn makeshift tunnel right down to the entrance of the pyramid. And so, like, they all, like, the human team, they get there, they see this big fucking tunnel, and they're like, that wasn't there before. They even look at the scans, like, 24 hours ago, that was not there, and now it's here, and they think, oh, it must be another team. But, like, they got the drill guys, they're experts in drilling, chat. All they do is drill, baby, drill. They're like, listen, this was, like, some type of thermotechnology, very advanced. I've never seen something on this scale before. And Charles Whalen's like, cool, let's fucking go down that hole. Again, he does not care. He does not have long for this world, chat. He could barely waddle, chat, out into the snow because he's in one of the snowmobiles, and he's just taking it like this weird. He's got like a giant inhaler, chat. He just sticks this thing on his throat, just like the entire time. Alexis sees him. She's like, you need to stay in the ship, old man. Okay, you're going to slow us down. You're going to cause someone's death. He's like, fuck that. He's actually very nice, chat. I'm making Charles Whalen sound worse than he is. He's not. He's just excited. He wants to make his mark on the world. Because he even tells us, like, listen, I'm going to die in probably, my doctors tell me I'm going to die like in a year. All right, if that. Might even be less. If I die, what I want to leave behind, like what I'll leave behind is fucking market shares will drop by 12 points, and that's it. I want to leave my mark on the world and find this type of discovery, the biggest find in human history. I need this. I need this. She's like, fine. And then he starts talking, like Alexis starts sharing the details of her life. She says, listen, I've been in a situation like this before. My dad, he was an expert climber, fucking broke his leg, climbed up this mountain with me. I wanted to go back with him, but he said, no, we're going to climb Mount Everest or whatever mountain they were on, chat. And they get up there. And good old dad with his fucking broken leg bent to shit. He pulls out a bottle of champagne, and they're just sitting back and drinking it. And then by the time we got back down, he was frozen to death. We had to lead him on the side. He's still there to this day, him and his messed up leg. And Charles Whalen, what do you think the last moment he remembers is being in pain, being stuck to that goddamn cliff face? He's like, no, I bet the last moment that he remembers is him drinking champagne with his daughter on top of Mount Everest. And he goes, probably. Although the intense pain as the bone was sticking out probably isn't great too. And that scraping against the cliffside is probably not great. But doesn't matter, chap. Because now we're going to go down to the big old predator hole that the Predators made. And so they start setting up this whole sled and this pulley system and everything. And they start going ass down, Chad, ass down. And Peter, I always want to call him Peter because of Guy Pearce's character in Prometheus. But Good old Charles Whalen, he's having some issues. He's like scared as shit. He's like, I'm not used to this. Something goes wrong with some of the equipment, chat. Or like a fucking breeze blows a cover over a tarp, and that gets into the pulley system. That fucks up. And Charles Whalen, goddamn Lance Hendrickson, he falls. He's like, oh, someone help me. He's just a turtle on his back, chat. He's reaching for anyone. Everyone's like, oh no, the rich guy. And like, they can't get him, chat. But good old Alexa, that's why they hired her, chat. She has this fucking pickaxe, and she stabs his hood, and she saves him. Almost nearly hangs him, though, but he's very grateful. Eventually, they get down into the cavern, and they start firing off all their flare guns, chat, and they see the pyramid ahead of them. And they're like, well, there's the fucking pyramid. Wow, it's, not even covered in ice or anything like that. That's weird. And so they start walking over, Chad. Like, and she says, like, okay, listen, we got the pyramid. Here we are. Let's go back to the ship. Charles Whalen's like, no, fuck that. We're going to go inside that pyramid right now. I want to see this shit, okay? The most amazing discovery in human history. As everyone starts walking towards the pyramid, Alexa's like, you guys are pushing your luck here. This is not good. So they walk in the pyramid, chat. Meanwhile, outside, chat, the Predators, they have fucking landed, and they just decide, we're just gonna go ahead and kill all the dumb humans out here, because all these guys brought guns for some reason. Why did they bring the guns, chat? Who do they think they're gonna find? Generally, thank you for the 10 biddies. Have you thought about reviewing the Connery John Constantine film or History of Violence? Maybe someday. Make those options in the future. What's it about? Best scene in the film was the Predators standing on the pyramid and the idea of the Predators helping build. Yeah, I'll get into that, Wesley, but I'm gonna get into that, man. Yes. But here's the thing that's weird. Again, don't understand why these guys brought guns unless they think they're going to be competing against someone, but you're going to murder those other people that might get there first before you, like other companies or explorers? Are you just going to murder them, Charles Whalen? It's kind of fucked up, but the drill team has, like, assault weapons and big dick pistols, chat. Big dick Mozambiques, I believe, from Apex Legends. If they have a big dick Mozambique, the Predators don't stand a chance, but unless they don't know how to use them. And so Predators goes, okay, these guys all have big dick Mozambiques and assault rifles. Let's go. Meat's back on the menu, boys. And they just start going at it, chat. They start stabbing people in their tummies. They start throwing them around the room. Heads are exploding. Spines are getting ripped out. People are getting tied up and flayed alive. It's a decent action scene. I'm adding to it. There really isn't, and this is the big Christmas movie gets. And in terms of the action, it is not very gory. It is not very bloody. And nothing to the degree that the original Predator films are. Like the first Predator, second Predator movie, they are far bloodier and gorier than anything in this movie. And so they're basically just stabbing guys. They're going, oh, my tummy. Like it goes like they get, like stabbed and stuff. But you don't see any blood. It comes on. You might see like a little streak of blood or something, but not enough. And all Predators are invisible. So it also masks the blood too. They're all getting fucking stabbed. The leader of the drill team, he starts panicking, chat. He loses his big dick Mozambique, and he's running from these Predators, and then he fucking falls down the tunnel, chat. I think he gets thrown down the tunnel. He goes, ah! Just like Charles Whalen. When he's on his back like a turtle, he can't do anything. And he heads down there. Meanwhile, we cut back to the expedition. They're running inside the pyramid, chat, and they're looking at all the stuff, and there's like, yeah, I don't recognize any of this shit. And it's like, everything might as well just look like an alien or Predator. It's like, this is weird, and not for a second do they say, this might be alien in nature. Like, no, it's like, no, clearly humans built all this. Yeah, humans totally were here. Because they also say, like, Antarctica, according to experts, Antarctica was actually a lush continent. Filled with greenery and trees and fruits and vegetation and animals and fauna and everything like that. But not anymore. We gotta find out why. What might have caused that to happen? We'll find out. And so they're like, and they come upon this one area, chat, to look, again, this fucking Predator statues with alien skulls, like, you shouldn't be here. Like spears, Predator masks, alien heads all over the place. They're like, it's fine, don't worry about it. Humans going, like in the architecture. Again, the warning signs. Big fucking red lights right in your face. You're like, oh, I wonder what that means. I think we know what it means. Anyway, so they're walking in. They walk into this one chamber, chat. And they go, this looks similar to sacrifice rooms in Egyptian and Aztec cultures. Because we got all the fucking beds. We got some dead bodies here, chat. They're laying on these stone beds. It looks like something was ripped out of them or something burst out of them. Because that's what one of the people remarked. One of the mercenaries with the big dick Mozambiques. She's like, Yeah, I think that's bullshit. Like, I don't see, like, you know, first of all, the heart you say was cut out of these people. I don't think the heart's in their tummies. Okay, that's right here. Okay, like what's coming out of them is like right in the middle, right there. So some clearly burst out. And the Italian guy's like, you know what? You might be right. It's like, everyone's like, nah. Again, Alexa says, okay, enough of that. Let's go back to base. Let's go back to the ship. Charles Blaine's like, fuck that. The black guy from Resident Evil 1, who got cubed to death, chat, he notices that there's a chamber below them. He uses a little glowy stick. He throws that down. He says, Mr. Whalen, there's another chamber down here. Mr. Whalen's like, fuck yeah, let's go down that chamber. And they rip off the manhole cover, chat, which has an alien face on it. It's the alien ember. Like, oh, I wonder what that means. They throw it to the side. No, don't give a shit. And everyone starts going down there, chat. They continue to explore. They find some text, which is both Egyptian, Cambodian, and Aztec, and it translates to only the chosen may enter. Again, only the chosen may enter, so maybe you shouldn't enter, because I don't believe anyone here is one of the chosen to this pyramid, okay? But they come upon this kind of sarcophagus, chat, this obelisk sarcophagus thing, and the Italian guy, he's looking at it like, all right, well, okay. Well, according to this seems very similar to an Aztec calendar. And I'm looking at the date. And if I'm reading this correctly, the date was October 10th, 1904. That was the day that the whalers disappeared, Chad. It's like, things are coming together. I guess it was somehow connected to it. And so the guy, again, this idiot, the guy who's supposed to be an expert in ancient cultures and is probably aware of booty traps and shit. Booby traps and things. He's like, you know what I'm gonna do, guys? Stand back, guys. Stand back. I got this. I'm gonna set the date 100 years from now, which is today, which is the very day. And he sets the date, chat. He sets it to October 10th. 2004, and then the sarcophagus opens up, and what do they see in there? We see the Predator's plasma cannons, both a small, medium, and large sizes, which is pretty good, much like the Predators. The Predators, who have finally gone down the hot Predator tunnel, and they find the one guy who slid down. The guy was like, oh, like a turtle. They're just walking by him. They got the two biggest Predators, like, whatever. But the littlest Predator's like, fuck you, and he stabs the guy in the face. Now looking good. But when the Predators get to the edge of the pyramid, they see that the humans have opened the sarcophagus, and they go, oh, fuck, we got to get there. We need those, like, immediately. Let's go, boys. Also, chat, we cut to the very bottom chamber of the pyramid. It's, like, super, super subterranean below. And there's an alien queen, and she's just pumping out those eggs. She's all fertilized. She's feeling good. The loins are working, chat, and she's just pumping those things out. And they start moving. They're like, where are those eggs going? We're going to find out. And so now Alexa, finally, she's gotten through to these guys. Like, okay, we found weird shit in here. And again, no one questions. No one says, like, are those man-made? Those look like alien. Like, no one's like, nah, our ancestors, thousands upon thousands of years ago made these, obviously. And she's like, okay, guys, that's enough excitement for one day. Let's go back to the ship. And Charles is like, okay, I'm going to take your advice. Let's take these, though. He takes them out of the thing. And, again, the Italian guy should have warned him. He's like, no, don't remove those. And as soon as they take the last one out, chat, fucking rooms start changing. The booby traps start activating. The sacrificial chamber, that is immediately shut down. People try to get out, chat, but they're smashed or smushed by the walls. It's like, damn, that's not good. I must weigh 2,000 pounds, says one of the mercenaries with the frosted tips lady. I didn't mention her before, chat, but, you know, she's in the movie. And then once all these fucking walls come down, chat, near the altars, fucking alien eggs start popping out. And they're like, what the hell is that? And then they start opening up, chat, and they latch on everyone's faces, and they get got, chat. And now they're preggo. All the people in the sacrifice room, they're preggo with the little alien babies in their tummies. And we cut back to Alexa and Charles, and I go, like, that doesn't sound good. People are screaming up there. We hear gunshots. That's not good. All right, guys, we got to get the hell out of here. And so, like, well, this thing is constantly changing. Let's just go in the direction. Let's just go in the direction that it seems to be pointing us towards. You know, like we're a fucking rat in a trap. And they go down the hallway, chat. But it doesn't work out well for him, chat, because not 5 minutes later, the Predators are already there. They're all cloaked and shit. And they start fucking with these people. One of them has, like, this Garrett wire, and he grabs this one guy by the neck and fucking takes him up. into the air. Rifle slams down the ground. They're like, what the fuck? And they're like, oh, looking around. And it's smart in the Predators. The Predators are like blending with the statues. And it's like, it's like a hunting ground. That's what it is. They eventually find out like, oh, these pyramids were made to be like a hunting ground for the Predators. It was like a rite of passage. We'll get there. But the Predators are hiding among the statues. One eagle-eyed guy goes, oh my fucking God. And he starts shooting shit. He gets got. Immediately gets got. Fucking skull explodes. Stabby, stab, stab. All these guys are getting stabbed, chat. Pyramid is it keeps moving. It's an interesting scene. It's a cool action scene. I really like it because like it's like fucking Tetris, chat. Because all these blocks keep changing and shifting. You don't want to be smushed like one guy. He falls into like a little tunnel underneath everybody, and that closes up on him. He can't escape. The Scottish guy and this one mercenary guy, they get separated by the main team, and then Charles Wayland, Alexa, the Italian man, and the black guy from Resident Evil 1, they get separated too. And so now we're following the groups of three, except for the one guy. So the one guy who's like in the tunnel, he's like looking around, he's panicking, notices the slime, that PG-13 rated slime, chat. That is some intense goddamn slime. It's a lot of it. Because he picks up his gun, and he's just fucking caked in it, chat. It's just like bukkake all over him. And he's wiping on himself. He's like, he's freaking out, chat. And then a fucking alien comes and gets him. And it takes him up in the air, and it does something bad to him, chat. Imagine you get prego later. We also follow the Scottish man, and does an alien show up here? Does an alien show up here? I think an alien may show up here too. Yes, maybe it does. No, not yet, chat, not yet. The alien will show up though later. It'll show up in a bit. So, where are we? Okay, yeah. So the Scottish guy and the other mercenary guy, they're also trying to, they have a moment, chat. Fucking this sign their goddamn death warrant. They might as well just been writing their last will and testament, like I said, chat. Because Scottish guy goes, "Do you have any kids, mercenary man?" And the mercenary man shouldn't have said anything. He's like, "Don't say it, don't say it. I have a son." It's like, "You fucking idiot, you're already dead." And I have a son. It's like, "Oh, I got two beautiful boys. I can't wait to see them someday." And it's like, hey, you know what? We're gonna get out of here for each other. Let's team up and work. And mercenary guys, he's like, you know what, man? Let's fucking do it. I find your accent quite charming. He's like, oh, thank you. And so they go out, chat. Fucking the pyramid keeps opening up. And mercenary guy, he falls, breaks both his legs. I mean, they just snap, chat, like twigs. And he's screaming, help me, please. And the Scottish guy's like, oh, I can't really help you. I'm sorry. I know he wants to help him, chat, but he's fallen so far, and the pyramid closes again, and they're separated. The guy with the broken legs, the legs that don't work anymore, he's come upon by an alien caked in slime, by the way. So much PG-13 slime, chat. And the alien gets him. And it wrestles with him when he goes away. And then we just cut to the Scottish guy. And he sees an alien, goes, oh, fuck me. And it goes for him, chat. And he starts wrestling, caked in slime, PG-13 slime. And then he goes away. And so I guess they're taken to the prego room. Now, chat, we cut back to Alexa and the team. Wayland, he's not looking too good, chat. He's breathing hard. He can barely move, and they're like, listen, you gotta fucking move, man, all right? We will leave you here if you don't start moving. He's like, all right, let's go. But it's too late, chat, because one of the Predators show up, and the Predator uses a net on the black guy from Resident Evil 1, shoots him, and he gets cubed. He's getting cubed to death. It's like, oh, it's very reminiscent. Because it's basically, it just keeps constricting, and that's like, ooh, that's a bad death. And they try to, like, rip off the wire, or rip off the net, but they can't. As soon as they do that, like, it shreds their gloves. His gun is, like, being cubed. And it's like, ooh, that's not going to be a good way to go. But it's okay, chat, because he is spared being cubed to death yet again, because the Predator goes like, all right, I want to do the same thing that you guys did in 2001. So he takes the big old spirits, chat, and he stabs her right in the tummy, and he dies. He's been saved from another cube death. But, chat, after that, like, everyone's kind of freaking out and back up, but then an alien comes and saves the day temporarily, because the alien, it comes up and it stabs the Predator in the tummy. And then we have that confrontation, chat, that first confrontation. The music's playing. Alien and Predator face to face. Alien just throws the dead Predator body to the side. But then we still have another Predator, chat. And this Predator and this alien, they just start squaring off. And I think this is where a lot of disappointment comes in the movie, because, listen, this movie is very goofy, I think, when the Predator and the alien are actually fighting. Because they do a weird thing where they constantly cut back and forth to practical effects and CGI. And I feel like if you just stuck with one, and not did both at the same time, kind of take me out of the scene, then would have been a little bit better. You would have had better transitions, I think. Because a lot of this stuff, it's like, again, how they're filming it is very chaotic because they're very up close to the action, and the Predator aliens, like, it's quick cuts, like, you were like right, you might as well, like, here's the fuck, like, say the alien and Predator are, are right here, and you're watching them this close and far away. And it's like, it doesn't look good. Like, I don't know what's happening. I just see thick Predator muscle and the black alien body just rubbing up against each other. I can't see what's happening. But it doesn't matter. But there are a few cool scenes in this because the Predator's like, all right, fuck this, I am done. He grabs the alien by the tail and he just fucking throws it around the room like this, like a goddamn whirlwind shed, just twirling that alien's like, blah, blah, hitting all those pillars. Alien's like, oh my fucking god, what's happening? He throws him, chat. Alien's getting his ass kicked. Like, Alien's kind of is always on the disadvantage here. Gets his tail cut off, gets a net fired at him, chat. Eventually, like, the chamber they're fighting in, it caves in because of all the stuff that's going down. Just these two thick guys just going at it. Predator fights like, oh, I got this. Fires the same net that they did before from on the black guy from Resident Evil 1. And the alien's like, this really hurts. But, chat, because the alien's blood is acid, it eats through the net, and he bursts out, and he stabs the Predator. He gets him in the head, chat, and the alien's victorious. Alien's fucked up really good. But he won. So far, it's like... Where are we now? Aliens, I think, are 0-2. And Predators are 2-0. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for the Predators. We only have one Predator left. And a whole bunch of aliens. Not even all the aliens are born yet. It's crazy. And then this alien's also known as the grid alien among fans because it has the distinctive features and things. And it's kind of like fucked up. But it's also the smartest one, too. And we see him pop up throughout the movie as well. I guess he's the alien with the most personality, if you want to kind of consider that. But anyway. So the alien's very victorious. He's happy about it. Where are we? Oh, yeah. So we cut back to Alexa, the Italian guy, and Charles Wayland. Charles Wayland, again, not doing good. He just lost his best black friend, and he's very upset about that. He's like, no, I need him. And he's like, I also need to breathe. I can't fucking breathe. Alexa's like, you gotta move, Charles. You gotta move it right now. Here. Take some of the weight off your back. Give me the ancient plasma weapon used by the Predator. I'm going to put it on me. Predator's like, because the youngest Predator, littlest one, he's like, I want that shit. And he's like, move over, Charles, or whatever his name is. And he pushes, first he grabs him, Jack, because Charles Wayne's like, all right, guys, I'm gonna slow you down. This is just not working out. I'll hold him off. And it's like, you're not going to hold off shit. But Alexa and Italian guy, they run off, chat. Charles Wayland, he's like, I'll stop you. He has a pickaxe. And he goes, man. Predator's like, bitch, please. Grabs him. And he's like, oh, but he uses his special Predator vision. And he sees that his insides are all fucked up. He's like, you would not be worthy of a kill. You are what we call in my homeworld a bitch. And he throws him to the side. He's like, I'm gonna set you down. I'm gonna set you down. Okay, see you later. I'm gonna go keep going. But Charles Wayne's like, don't you turn your back on me. Takes out some hairspray for something. No, not hairspray. I think he has like, he uses his oxygen thingy, his inhaler, chat, and like one of those a flare. And he goes, bah! And he's using it against the Predator. And Predator's like, ooh, feels a little hot back there. Excuse me. Fucking takes his claw, stabs Wayland in the tum-tum, and Wayland is dead shit. Also, earlier, because the aliens are here now, we cut back to the sacrifice chamber. Very odd, too, Chad, because as we know, the gestation cycle from the facehugger to when it implants you, and then when the alien's born, it takes a little while. But these things are like that. It's like implantation, boom, impregnates you, thing falls off, and then you already start giving birth. So I imagine, I speculate, again, it's random from movie to movie, from film to film. I would guess that maybe the Predators created a particular type of alien queen, and where the gestation cycle is fast, so they can start hunting fast. That's the only thing I can come up with. That's the only thing I can come up with. But anyway, chat. So they're all dead. Everyone in the sacrifice chambers got fucked. We also see the Scottish guy. He's there too. He sees all the people. He hasn't been impregnated yet though, chat. But he sees one of the alien eggs hatch. He's like, "Fuck that!" And he sees the mercenary guy with the legs who are not working anymore. He's already got a face hugger. He's getting the face fuck, chat. It's not working out for him. But he grabs his big old big dick Mozambique pistol, pulls it out, and he fires it at the face hugger. And the face hugger dies. He's like, "Woo! All right, good on you, Scottish guy. You might be able to see your two beautiful children, but." It was short-lived victory, chat, because he notices around the room, and all these eggs are hatching, and you just hear him scream, and shooting, and then silence. They got him, chat. They're face-fucking him. Then we cut back to Alexa and the Italian guy, and they're like, well, That was, oh yeah, I think also there's a scene with the Predator after he kills Wayland. Fucking alien comes upon him. He just fucking does, cool move, chat. It's like just about to attack him. He just goes up, does like a little swipe with his Predator wrist gauntlet, and the alien's part of its head just falls to the ground. And it's like, damn, that was pretty smooth, man. And Alexa and the Italian guy there's watching this from the other room, and we see the Predator looks like he's performing a little ceremony because he takes the. He snaps off the alien finger. Oh! Who is this? DJ002019. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to stream. How you doing tonight? Just doing a little review for Alien vs. Predator, the 2004 classic. It's fun. So they're watching him perform this little ceremony. He snaps off an alien finger. Does like a little symbol on his mask. Does a symbol on his... Because he takes off his mask too. Does a symbol on his own face and things. They're like, oh, well, that's interesting. He's performing some type of ritual. I wonder if there's any evidence around here that may explain what's happening in this film, because we don't fucking know. And they go off, chat. And meanwhile, the Predator's like, he's done with his little ceremony thing, give himself a good old tattoo, self-made tattoo. We see a face hugger crawling, and it jumps, and it cuts to black. It's like, did the Predator get face fucked? We do not know, chat, but we will. We will, in time. And so we cut back to Alexa and the Italian guy. He's like, oh, I'm you know, these hieroglyphics are kind of hard to understand, but let me explain the backstory for this movie. And we learn about, chat, thousands of years ago, Antarctica was indeed a lush place filled with fauna and flora. The Predators visited our world. Our ancestors worshipped them as gods. The Predators are like, you know what? I like these guys. You know, I like that they're worshiping us as gods. Let's teach them to build. Let's teach these fucking mud people how to build stone pyramids and stuff. And hey, they would make great livestock for when we want to go hunting. This is a nice prime world for it. We're going to come back here often, I think, right? A lot of sequels. At least 4 times. At least 4 times, guys. Fifth time counting, you know, we're hunting the aliens and shit. So, and we get the backstory, chat. Pyramids were made. They have the sacrificial chamber. Facehuggers come out and plant them, and the Predators hunt them. And it was a ritual. It was a coming of age type of thing for all of these honorary Predator teenagers. But chat, something fucked up. A few too many facehuggers got out and started impregnating everybody, impregnating the whole human population, and we get this incredibly epic moment. And this is where the CGI works really well, in my opinion. It's good CGI here. I mean, it's 2004 CGI, but it's still really fun. These Predators is fucking fighting off all these aliens. They're stabbing them using their plasma cannons, using their wrist gauntlets, their destructo disc, chat, and it's just this fucking tidal wave of aliens all coming up this pyramid to get them. It's like thousands upon thousands, and not millions of aliens, just all heading up there. And when these Predators are fucking finally overwhelmed, they activate the boom, chat. They activate the boom on their wrist, and that's what. And they fucking goes off, like multiple booms go off, chat. And that's what created the Ice Age. It was the Predators. They created the Ice Age, chat. It makes sense. And that's why Antarctica is now covered in ice. Just changed the whole entire fucking ecosystem of the continent. And they go, well, that was, Alexa's like, well, that's good to know. Got a lot of backstory there, but what the fuck are we going to do now? And he says, listen, you have that Predator gun thing. I bet it wants it back. And hey, listen, you know, I probably would want to side with the Predators instead of they call them the serpents in the movie, chat. They actually don't call them aliens. You don't call them xenomorphs. They call them serpents in this film. And he's like, listen, we know what's going to happen. We side the serpents. We're going to get face fucked and have a little alien in our tum-tum. We don't want that. So let's, you know what? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Let's just give him that back and we can keep on going. Alexa goes, all right, well, hopefully he won't be mad at us. You know, and we cut back to, and so, but they think, because they find out, like every 10 minutes, the Italian girl just finds out every 10 minutes the pyramid shifts. And they're standing near the door that the Predator's on the other side of, but it doesn't open. The door behind them opens. And they go like, well, fuck, let's go that way, I guess. They could have just waited for him, chat. Doesn't matter. So they go off. We cut back to the Predator. And he's just like, whew, that was a good nap. That was a good nap. I had no idea what happened, but I'm feeling refreshed. Gonna go ahead and put my mask back on. Okay, let's go hunt those 2 humies. Woo! And then he goes off, chat. Meanwhile, we cut back to Alexa and the Italian guy, and they're being chased by aliens. They're like, fuck that. And they, you know, they're running, chat. They're on they come upon a precipice. They start jumping over. Italian guy, he gets over there real good. Alexa, not so good because the thing starts falling apart. She does. I hate this in movies. You know that shit where it's like, oh, if I keep, it's like she's standing on rocks. She's like jumping on rocks that are falling. It's like, that's not how gravity works. Don't do that. That's stupid. But it doesn't matter, Chad, because she can't. She's like, she holds on by her fucking fingertips. The Italian archaeologist, he's like, I got you, Alexa, I got you. But it's too late, Chad. Fucking alien right above his shoulder. He's like, how you doing? And it fucking takes him, Chad. And he's, bobbity boobie. And he gets taken out, Chad. He gets dragged away. Alexa, she manages to climb up there. And he's like, well, I guess I'm just going to keep on walking. She goes ahead and walks down all these tunnels, Chad. She's like, I have no idea where to go. I knew what direction I was going because of my little compass watch, but that's fucking broken to hell. Shit. And then she hears behind her, it's the Predator, Chad. It's the littlest Predator. And she goes, oh, how you doing? He's like, I'm going to fucking stab you right now. And she's like, oh, wait, don't do it. And Predator's like, all right, let's see what this girl has. And she's like, she takes out her backpack, Chad. She gives him the plasma gun. And Predator sees that, and he's like, oh, this is nice. And he puts on this thing, and he says, did we just become best friends? And Alexa goes, hell yeah, we did. And then we get the Predator Human Adventures, Chad. They are best buds. They are so goddamn excited. They are arm in arm at this point. All you gotta do is give Predator his plasma gun, Chad, and he'll love you for life. He'll be loyal to you for life. And this is the part of the movie that was incredibly controversial when it came out among the fan bases. I love it, guys. I'm sorry. This is really fun when the Human and Predator team up. And they did the opposite in Alien vs. Predator Requiem, where the Predator was just like, yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm just going to kill anyone. I'm going to kill babies and teenagers and things. Like, that doesn't make any sense. He only attacks people who have weapons. But he's like, I don't care. But I think it's really, really fun how Alexa and the Predator team up. Like, the Predator's like, you know what? You're like one of us. I'm gonna make your own weapon, because they're also attacked by an alien, chat. And that's what impresses the Predator the most. Like, you give me a gun back, thanks, appreciate it. But it's when the Predator's like knocked over, he gets thrown to the side. Alexa takes the spear and she stabs the alien. It dies. And the Predator goes, that's a pretty good kill. You did a good job. And he was gonna walk away. Alexa's like, you are not leaving me here. And he turns to the eyes, like, he goes, Arr! And she's like, for whatever reason, he seems to understand, chat, because she says, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Let's team up. And Predator's like, all right, fuck it, why not? And then he just goes over to the alien, chat, because he says, I'm going to show you some stuff. So he skins the alien. It takes its head off, like the carapace, the skull, and which I guess has no of the acid there. He just knows. And he says, look at this. Human, look at this. Snaps up another finger, drips the acid on, doesn't affect the outer shell of the alien. He's like, I'm going to give you this as a nice little shield. Going to make you a spear. I'm going to take the alien tail, and this is yours now, okay? And then she goes, thank you. And he goes, yeah, let's fucking go. Let's beat it. And then they start running, Chad. They start running. And again, I think visually it's just so weird to see just this little human and this giant hulking Predator just like arm by arm, Chad, just going down this hallway. I think it's bro bros. They're bro bros. Exactly, edgy berserkers. So they come upon the sacrifice room, Chad, and she sees the Scottish guy. He got Chad. He gave birth. He's got another son. He does have another son, but it killed him, so he's dead. Everyone else is dead. Alexa, she finds Italian man, and he has no boppity boopies to give at this point, Chad. He says, this, I got face fucked. I feel it in my tummy. Just, they can't get to the surface, because if they get to the surface, it'll be over. We got to get the hell out of here. And he goes, the thing's about to pop out of him, and she's like, I'm sorry. And she shoots him, Chad. She shoots him, puts out of his misery. Because the Predator's like, I'm going to fucking kill him right now. She's like, no, let me do this. Let me do this. This is me. This is my species. He's like, all right, I'll back off. He's like, I love it. The Predator's like, okay. The Predator gives them a moment. He's ready. I can see why this would be a little dumb to some people. But he's like about to shoot this guy because he has an alien inside his tummy. And she's like, no, don't. She pushes against the Predator, like, no. And he's like, Jesus, all right. And so when she's talking to him, the Predator's just standing behind her like this, kind of like looking around and looking down and everything. It's like, oh my God. So I can see why that might be controversial, human bro. So she shoots him. She's a little upset. She walks away. Predator's like, well, that was an emotional moment. And the fucking chest burster busts out. This cool move, Chad. He fucking grabs it right before it gets him. He grabs it, uses his thumb to snap the neck. And he's like, oh, that was interesting. And throws it aside. He's like, done is done. And he's like, all right, this room is bad. And he uses his Predator vision, chat. We introduced a new, Predator visions. Because we always had the heat one from the first and second movie. But now we're introduced to alien vision because the aliens don't give off a heat signature. I guess it's like so they do something else. Like from the video games, what this movie is heavily inspired by. It's inspired by the comics and the video games, which came out way before this film did. Way before, by Dark Horse and stuff, and a couple of other different developers. And he goes, okay, well this room is fucked. It's filled with eggs. We gotta set off a bomb. We gotta set off a bomb. So he says, see the bomb from the other movies? And he shows her. He's like, eh? Ah. And she goes, bomb. He goes, I don't know what that means, but yes. And he throws it on the ground and he sets it to the beep, beep, beep. And they start running, chat. They start running to the exit. I gotta go up the Predator tunnel that was made earlier in the movie. Meanwhile, fucking Grid Alien goes, I'm the smartest one here, you dumb fucks. We gotta save our queen. Come with me. And they follow the Grid Alien down to the chamber. And the queen's like, thank God you guys are here. I've been pumping out these eggs for too long. I am mad. I'm mad. I'm angry. And so he's like, don't worry, girl, I got you. And the Grid Alien, he just starts stabbing her with his mouth. Because the only way to do that, to get her free, is to use the acid from her own body to break the bonds that she's in. And so that works out. The bond Snapchat, and her and the rest of her brood and the Grid Alien, they just start going out. I was like, we got to get the fuck out of this tunnel. So they got out there, chat. Apparently they moved a lot faster than Alexa and the Predator. Because when they go out, or maybe they didn't. I don't really remember. I don't know. Something happened. No, the aliens did get there. Because when Alexa and the Predator get to the sleds, she notices the PG-13 slime. She's like, this is PG-13 slime. This is a bad sign. And she looks up ahead, and it looks like the queen is kind of moving up there. She's like, that thing's moving fucking fast. And she looks behind her, chat, and the fucking Grid Alien's like, you are not touching my girl, okay? And the Grid Alien, he goes for the Predator. The Predator's like, ah, he hits him. Well, the alien does, like, stab him a little bit. Is there a continuity error here, though, chat? Because we learn that the Grid Alien lost his tail, but at the same time, he has it like it grew back. Is he like a lizard or something? Because it stabs the Predator in the chest. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at this point. A continuity error, I think. Predator throws the Grid Alien to the side. Alexa, she activates the sled, and then we get like a little bit. We get a goddamn Disneyland ride, chat, because the Predator and her, they're on this little sled together. And Alexa, like, she doesn't take up much space. We got the Predator's like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna scooch over for you. Sorry, I'm very large. And he's like, no, the entire time. And the Grid Alien's like, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden, Chad, the bomb goes off. He looks behind himself. He's like, ah, fuck. And him and his brothers, Chad, they all get got. And so now Alexa and the Predator just like this. It was a little awkward. They're going up there, but the goddamn explosion from down below, he's coming up the Predator hole, Chad, right up the Predator hole. And like, we better get up there. We got to get some more speed. And they burst out of the tunnel, Chad. The sled flies overhead and everything. And they crash and things, but now the whaling yard or whatever the hell it was called, it starts blowing up too because like the whole ground is unsafe, and so they start running arm in arm, Chad, just right in sync, just doing this, but they managed to get away, and they're like, whoo, we did it, and the Predator, he just looks at her, he's like, girl, I am very impressed with you. You did really, really well. You're a badass bitch. And she's like, goddamn right I am. And he takes off. Oh, you know what, chat? I forgot some other things. So they referenced, in the last 20 minutes of the movie, they referenced like a ton of lines from the original films, both the Predator movies and the Alien films. And they give it all to Alexa here. And they're like, oh, you are one ugly motherfucker. And then she says that when she sees the alien and things. It's like, it's bad. And those don't work. It's like, why? You didn't need to do that. That's some bad fan service, chat. But we cut back to Alexa and Predator. Predator's like, you know what? You are really cool. I like you a lot. Takes off his mask. He's just showing off. He goes, bah, and he scares a little bit. He's like, I'm just playing. So he takes out his little alien finger that he had before, chat. See this mark? This is like a ritual mark. This is when we do this. I mean, he's kind of, again, he's just kind of visualizing. He's like doing his hands. He's talking like a New Yorker, chat. He said, this is like a rite of passage. And he's like, helmet, my head, you deserve this too. You are an honorary member of the Predators. And she goes, oh, I get it. And she goes, dude, make it look cool. He's like, I'm making it look cool, girl. And he does a little mark on her too. And he goes, hell yeah, you look great. And they're just about to start smooching, Chad. It's gotten that far in the relationship, but it's too late. And before they start smooching, the goddamn ice breaks apart and bursts apart. And the queen, the alien queen, she's like, I have been down there for fucking thousands of years. Fuck you, you're both gonna die. And they start fighting, Chad. Ooh, Dreadstruction, thank you for the follow. You're Huckleberry, welcome to stream. Powers Booth, Michael Bean Chan, who is also in the Alien franchise. Don't stand a chance against us now. We got a hell of a posse. Thomas, you were my storyteller. Thank you, Thomas. I add a little bit of things too, a little extra features for you guys. No, well, Juma, so she does say fuck one time in the movie. They give you, for every PG-13, the 20th Century Fox will allow one fuck. And she says fuck when the Predator is telling her about the bomb. She says, I hope it kills every fucking one of them. And he goes, yeah, that's salty language, but I agree. She says it there, but then you can't use any more fucks anymore. Can't spare a fuck, chat. And so when they go to the sled, and she says, you are one ugly mother... You know, then it's cut off, and it's super lame because it's referencing Arnold Schwarzenegger's iconic line, like one of the many iconic lines from Predator, and you fucking butcher it here. One, you shouldn't even said it. Only Arnold should be allowed to say it in that one movie, and you don't deserve it, Paul Dibs Anderson. But anyway, chat, they did give one fuck. But we cut back to the top of the thing. Alien Queen bursts out. It's like, I am fucking pissed. I am hangry. Let's fucking go. And they start wrestling, chat. Predator's like, all right, shit. And he's like, I don't have a lot of things. My plasma cannon got knocked off my shoulder, by the way. So he throws a spear, chat. He's throwing his Destructo discs at her. And Queen's like, this fucking hurts. Fuck you. And she bashes the Predator out of the way. And he flies, chat. Lex, she starts running away from the Queen. Again, this doesn't look like the Queen. She's moving a lot faster than Lex. And Lex is going, oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. He's like, no. She would get you easily. She even have the Queen's like, I just can't get you. I just can't get you. When we just saw her booking it through the pyramid hallway, I guess she's just a little fucked up. She's a little tired at this point. Lex, she's hiding under like a water tank or something, like a water tower tank. And the alien's just like, God damn it, I just want to get you. And she just can't get it. It's wood. Wood apparently is the weakness of the alien queen. Because she's like, there's too much wood here. I just can't get at you. And we get one of the coolest shots of the movie, chat. Because we see it from the alien. So we're seeing it from Lex's perspective. She's looking up the alien queen. Alien Queen occupies about a third of the scene, and the rest of the 2/3 of the shot, the fucking Predator comes in, pulls like a fucking move, like he does like flippy jump chat, and he stabs the Alien Queen right in the side of the head, and she goes, what the fuck? So she starts screaming. She's like trying to get the goddamn spear out. It's like, it went through her head, chat. She's like, you should be dead by now, but I guess she's got a lot of brain up there, so it didn't affect all the important parts. Predator's like, all right, we gotta get the fuck out of here. She's like, no, we gotta kill this thing. And so she notices there's a big old chain connected to the water tower, and they're above a precipice, Chad, to the waters of the great unknown of Antarctica. If we wrap this thing around the Alien Queen, she'll get sucked down the bottom. And the Predator goes, that's a good idea. And so he takes the chain. I think because he sees this is what happens. Because the Alien Queen, she has a chain on her, because when she was held in bondage by the Predators. And so they take that chain, they wrap it around the water tower, and they start pushing on the Predators, like, pulling on the chains, like, come on, girl, do it. And like she's pushing on the tower to make it fall, and at one point she thinks that she pushed it enough, and it starts tipping. Chad. She's like, whoa, we're good to go. Predator's like, hell yeah, girl. But it's too late, because it gets stuck. And the Predator goes, oh, fuck. And the Alien Queen goes, you fucked up. And she stabs the Predator right in his tummy. Chat. And she brings him face to face, Predator v Alien, or Alien v Predator, chat. And Predator, he just does like a fuck you, and then the Alien Queen says, they're screaming at each other. Lex just kind of gives a little more effort. Well, now that the Predator's dead, it came out very easy now, didn't it? She tips it over, chat, and the Alien Queen goes, what was that? And it fucking drags her down, chat, and it whips her so fast that the Predator, he's unstabbed. He gets thrown over to the side. Predator Queen, she's like, oh God, oh jeez, oh God, and then she gets sucked down to the depths of the great unknown of Antarctica, Chad, where she'll probably drown and be there forever. Frozen, possibly. We'll see. And she goes, So she's gone, Chad. Lex goes over to the Predator. He's like, I don't feel so good. He does not look good, Chad. He got a big old stab wound in his tummy. He's bleeding profusely. That holographic, like lime green Predator blood. He's like, I don't feel so good, girl. Are we still bro? She goes, hell yeah, we're still bro boys. He goes, hell yeah. And he dies, chat. The Predator dies. They were going to smooch earlier, and now no more smooching. Lex, and she gets on her fucking knees, chat, and she's just looking at the Predator like, man, you were like the second, other than myself, you were like the second most developed character in this movie. I feel something in this moment, even though you were killing all my friends earlier. fucking doesn't make any sense. Varlinator, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. That glow stick blood. And so, you know, she's on her knees. She gets up, chat. She's legitimately sad. She's legitimately sad, even though not 25 minutes ago, this guy was stabbing all her friends in the tummy. Whatever. Skinning them alive, chat. Ripping their skulls and spines out when they were still breathing. But, chat, she doesn't have time to think because she turns around. There's another predator right there. And he goes, ah. And then she sees a whole bunch of predators, chat. And she sees the ship. She sees the huge predator ship. And it decloaks and everything. And the guy, this old predator, this elder predator, chat, he's just looking at it. You can tell he's old. He's gray. Like his fucking dreadlocks are gray and shit. And he's just looking at her. He's like, oh, what are you? And he notices the mark on her cheek. He goes, wow, okay, all right, you have my respect. And then get these other two predators. They're coming to collect their dead, those that they can find. Because the other two guys, they got. They're fucking disintegrated. They pick up our little predator, chat. I'm going to call him Little Predator because he was the littlest of them all. But he did the best job. They picked this up, guys, because they honor their dead. He completed his ritual. He did a fucking great job and a half for taking him back up the ship. But the Elder Predator's like, you know what? We could are they going to pull like some of the Alien vs. Predator novels where they actually take a human, accept them into their ranks and training program and shit? But they didn't do that, Chuck. He goes, I'm not going to do that shit. I'm not going to do what the novels did. Here, take this cool spear I have. And she goes, thanks. This is a cool spear. And he goes, see you later. Hope you don't die out here. And he goes up there. He goes back to the ship, chat, and they fly away. And thankfully, a fucking snowmobile that's running is already working there, chat. She goes over there, and she drives back to the ship. So Lex, she survives another day, chat. But the movie's not over yet. Because we cut back to the ship. They put down Little Predator. He's on a slab, chat, and they all honor him doing the Predator salute and everything. They all walk out of the room. And we just see him in the background is Earth. It is the beauty of space, chat. And he's just sitting there. And he goes, "Rah!" And his chest bursts open, chat. And remember that face hugger that like jumped at him and it cut the black? It face fucked him, chat. And he was preggo the whole time. And it bursts out of him, chat. And it's a pred alien, like from the comics and the books and things. It goes, bah! And then cut to black. And that, chat, is Alien vs. Predator. The movie, the sequel, immediately starts after that moment. Alien vs. Predator Requiem. And it is dog shit. It's like, fuck, that's terrible. That's the last thing I want to see. But no. And I'll tell you right now, chat. Does this movie have problems? Absolutely. Is it dumb? Yes. There's no question that it's dumb. Is it fun? Absolutely. Is it really a lot of fun? There are some sequences in here that are well shot. There's some cool moments, I think, for both Alien fans and Predator fans. It's a hodgepodge of bad and good, chat. But I think for the most part, Paul W. Anderson does a good enough job where it's certainly not the worst of the franchises. It's the third best Alien movie, in my opinion, chat, compared to the other ones. It's probably like the third best, or no, well, I guess the fourth best Predator film. But it's fun. Some of its teeth has been pulled out, obviously, because of the PG-13 rating, but even with the unrated version, which I saw years ago, I even looked up some clips online, just like, okay, let me compare some of this stuff. It's not much different. So, but overall, it's a fun film. There's stuff that you can laugh at, certainly, but just like, oh, yeah, like, get a group of people together. You see, when the human and the Predator team up, that's when the movie's at its best. It's like you're embracing the campy nature of this whole premise, and it works because they're embracing it the entire time. So I believe when I did this with Sam, I think I gave I might have given this like a high rental. I think to me, chat, it's a very high rental or a very low matinee. It's either of those. That's what I would give it. It's between like a high rental and a low matinee. I recommend checking it out someday, guys. But that is Alien vs. Predator.